and girls. Well, it's come to this. 3 months of competition, 12 races, separated by 1 point. 36 laps. Who is going to be your champion? That is the question we are going to answer tonight around the Zandvoort circuit. Joining me with the comms for this very tantalising, very edge of your seat finale, it is my teammate from this season in Aston Martin, my pseudo partner in crime. It is Mr. Keyser Soze. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, good evening. Are you looking forward to this one?
This is going to be good.
Indeed, indeed. I think we've got, I haven't checked the results, we'll have a proper look, but haven't we got about a point or two in it, or something along those lines?
It is a point, yes, it is a point between the championship protagonists, Ujoni, who's coming out on circuit, and Ben. So, couldn't be any simpler for the permutations here. Whoever finishes ahead, you're the champion. No way to sugarcoat it. As you said, we've had a wet start to qualifying tonight, and I think it's going to be is it going to be a wet race for us? Possibly, to make this spicy up. But I see everybody's it's raining, but I see people on soft tyres.
Only Mark has gone out on the inters at the moment,
which is a very peculiar decision, but we shall go on board for the first lap of the session with the Alpine of Mr. Nick BT, who has just come off the Tier 2 race with ourselves, as he heads down into Turn 1. Tarzan. The banking does help on this course here. It helps you steady the car through as he goes through Turn 2 into Turn 3. More of the banking on this circuit as he glides through there, gets on the power straight up through into the complex of Turn 4, Turn 5. Just blast straight through here, just flicks left and right through the next, as I say, Turn 7. I lose track of the numbers. As I say, Turn 8 just follows you one straight after another.
Oh, a little wobble there.
Yes, there was, as he heads through the next couple of corners into the second DRS zone, which is still operational.
Yeah, I mean, the track is alright. It seems to be getting around the corners alright. Traction seems okay.
Yeah, he's still a bit edgy on a few of the exits, but as he comes through the last couple of corners onto the final banking, I believe that's named after another Dutch race car driver, Mr. Harry Leyendijk, as he gets the 1:19 for the first lap of the evening.
Not too bad at all.
No, I think this is going to be, as Colin goes into P1 on an 18.9, and there, well, there's the first signal of intent from the championship contenders. Ujoni takes provisional pole for now.
Yeah, we're going to see if it stays that way. I mean, we've had Ujoni at the top so many times, but there is some solid competition for him this season. It's been really good to see.
There is, as we go down to the second of the championship duo. Ben on his first lap in the Haas, see where he ends up. Important qualifying on this one as he goes to pole.
Nice. Half a second as well.
That's him singling back to Ujoni.
Ujoni is on another lap, but he's not massively up at the moment.
No, I think he's got his teammate just ahead of him in the other Red Bull. May give him a little bit of a tow. Couple of tenths up. As follows through into that last sector. It's still raining a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's trying to just burn through and just get this, see if the rain will pass, but I don't think Ujoni's going to. Oh, never mind. Bobo!
He's just been done by Bobo. That was quick, but Bobo's on the inters as well. Wow.
Yeah, he is.
So there you go. I mean, we got what, is there a second on that? 1.7, is it? Is that a 16.7?
I believe it is. Yeah, it's about 1.3 seconds faster. So
Well, there we
That's
go.
ever
We're
a signal.
going to see a lot of inters on the track, I would imagine, then in the next run.
Yeah, but has that actually set the grid already? As Ben goes to P2 now, 17.5. As we have a quick glance around. Smith's coming in. Armar is just finishing his lap in the... Well, it's my last chance I get to call him this. The Visa, Cash App, Spotify, YouTube, Google Pay, PayPal team. Oh, I can't use the joke next year, can I?
No, shame. Never mind. We'll come up with something else.
Yeah, we'll come up with something else, as I say, in the off season.
Right, Cloud just started his flyer on a set of inters, so he's the first one that's gone out other than Bobo.
Yeah, our Tier 2 race winner tonight.
25-2, I think it was. Sector
Yeah, he's gone purple first sector. I can see on the track map.
Somebody's had an instant. It's gone. It's alright. It's clear.
He's looking very nice and planted in the kick saber tonight.
Yeah.
As he crests the hill, 52.1. I think that's purple again.
Yep.
As I think he's coming up towards Armar. Jules goes to pole.
Ooh.
16.7.
1. So it's 7.
Oh,
no!
He's lost it.
I think he caught the inside curb on that there and just over.
Still finishing the lap though. P3.
Well, you know what he's got in the bag then with that moment. He must have lost a good few tenths with that moment there.
I think he could have got a 16.5. On that one, yeah.
Very quick.
Oh, Nick on a 16.3.
Nice.
Although, has the rain actually stopped now?
Yeah, I can't see anything. I'm on board with Airway at the moment. He's on a set of softs, and it's there's no spots anywhere from what I can see. It's obviously not very nice looking.
Calvin's gone to pole on a 15.0, and then Saviour's just come across and he's just done the same thing. But I believe they've both done it on different tyres. Calvin's done it on the intermediates, Saviour's on the softs.
Yeah, I'm very confused at the moment.
I am too. As Lorpy's not following his teammate's example, he's on the intermediate tyres still. Jules has just lowered it again.
Oh, he's on soft as well, so yeah, I think the crossover's gone backwards again, isn't it?
Yes, as Airway's coming in. Just trying to keep up with everybody now. Armour on a 14.4.
Oh, times are dropping now. Look, Jules 14.4 as well.
Yeah, let's go. Even though I know he's just invalidated his lap, let's have a go on board with the president of the Patrick Bamford fan club. Oh yes, I know he's going to hate me still for that.
Jamie's just started a lap.
Yes, but we're going to have a quick look at Mr. Bailey, the blowhole, see how he gets on. Hopefully he's not going to have the same problems with Ferrari that Lewis Hamilton did in Miami.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Although, did you hear that the messages? They were hilarious.
Did I hear the what, sorry?
The radio messages between Hamilton and the team, they were hilarious.
What about making a cup of tea and all that, yeah.
Yeah, have a tea break while you're at it. And do you want me to let Sainz through too?
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't the happiest of Hamiltons at the weekend, really, was he?
He wasn't. But
I don't get why Ferrari changed so much of the car from last year when next year it's all start all over again, and you know, the car was better last year, so
yeah, they were the second place team. As okay, Silu, you've proved your point. I think Silu for T1 next season, isn't it? I think. Wow.
I kept myself quiet there, but on his first sector, he was 2.3 seconds up on his split. Admittedly, he was down in 13th or 14th at the time.
He was, and I think this is just going to keep chopping and changing now towards the end of the session.
Yeah, I mean, what are you expecting fastest lap? I think we've got to see the low 109s or probably 108s, tier 1.
I could see that. I
Be
could
really.
definitely see that as Bailey goes P2 on a 111.2. I see Ben hasn't... just as I was about to finish my sentence. I was just about to say Ben hasn't responded. Oh.
There we go. 6/10.
This is just crazy. This is a crazy qualifying session. This is fitting of the championship finale.
There's Bailey. Bailey's down a bit at the moment.
Xavier's 2.5. Armour's just finished at P5. Jay Sargent invalidated his lap. Sealu's still going on them intermediate tyres, and I'm just wondering if he's... yeah, he's going to pit now. He should put the slicks back on. Jules is on an out lap. Lorpy... I think Calvin's on a fast lap. Yep, he is. Let's go on. Let's go on with the Mercedes man for a little bit. Let's see how he responds to get up into the championship fight. Amongst that 1.6 in that first sector.
Yeah, that's very quick. That's going to bring him right up there. I imagine we'll just see that drop down another second or two before we get to the end at least.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's that he's got that Mercedes on rails at the moment, Calvin.
Yeah.
Look at the confidence he's got in it.
I'm on in-car view with him, and yeah, he's throwing it around very nicely.
3.5 seconds up.
That's going to put him, what, 7th, 8th at the moment, possibly.
Colin up there on a 110.1. That's interesting, actually. Both the teammates are up in the top 5 as well to help their respectively help the team.
The rain's coming back.
Calvin 109.
Oh, nice.
I think he may have just timed that to perfection.
I think he might have done. Literally, I'm just seeing spots of rain on the camera.
Who's only quicker? 109.7.
If I don't get him in now, this is it.
Yeah, I think this is it.
Bobo's, oh no, he's not on a lap at the moment. He's just starting one.
Ant's backed off. Hodges 3.6 down. Let's go on with it. Let's have a quick look with Airways, because he's going off through his lap in the Mercedes. No, he's 3.8 down as well, I think.
Might be it. I'm just waiting to
yeah,
see,
no one seems to be going quicker.
No, Bobo's just under 2/10 slow on his lap at the moment.
So if he's still in the fight if he gets a good couple of runs.
See what we can get the second sector with.
As he crests the hill behind the Ferrari, he's a second down.
No, he's lost more. So
yeah,
this might be it then.
I think this is the grid. Although Chris is having another go. Saviour's still out there as well. Whoa! Very slidey through turn 3. This Saviour. I think the track's gone.
Yeah, I'm on board with Chris at the moment. He's doing alright, but it looks very...
Oh, I'd say that. Saviour's up a 10th. Oh, he's gone! Very scary place to go. And I think that's Nick BT a little bit further on the track.
Bailey. Oh, Bailey's gone as well.
Well, yeah, I just saw him. I just saw Bailey in the background. Yeah, I think this is it.
That's it, and that track's gone. There'll be no more.
Ben's tested it. I think that's it.
Sarge just stayed out on to put a lap in. It's a brave move.
Ben's called it quits for the session. He thinks there's not going to be any more running. Whoa! Sarge.
Yeah. Oh! The steering wheel's all over the place trying to keep that car pointing forwards.
It's not Max Verstappen. It's more like Colin McRae wheel movements, isn't it?
This one's going to be interesting. Let's go on.
3/10.
Oh,
Oh, was McLaren backwards there as well?
Yeah, and I think possibly a Red Bull was there as well.
Williams has come through. Is that Jules behind him?
There's just nothing left on the track there. They're all sliding around like they're on ice. Johnny's gone back out again anyway.
Yeah, he's just gone and go back and give the fans a show.
I got a feeling he's just testing it out. I haven't seen or heard what's happening in the race with the overall weather. A lot of rain expected. Sorry, I've just seen a message on the chat from Hodge.
Oh no. Well, it wouldn't be a championship finale without the rain, and I wonder that's why Joni's probably gone back out again to just test the weather. Let's see what happens, but I think everybody's calling it quits now.
What can be done now?
Yep, DRS disabled. That's pretty much signals no more qualifying for anybody.
Wow.
Evening, Mr. Edens. How are you? The Leicester Minister of Defence. Oh, evening, Ant. How are you as well? I see you've parked in the garage for the rest of the session now. As I say, just enjoying staying out the rain. But fantastic. As I say, it's good to hear from you, Carl, especially after our little battle at the end of Tier 2 tonight. They went quite hammer and tongs at each other.
Yeah. I had the stream on in the background, but I was so into the battles during the race I had no chance to watch it yet.
Is that I don't know who that other person is that's commented under Ant though.
Yeah, God knows. Some moron.
But I think that's the end of qualifying now.
Mm. Lorky's staying out on a set of mediums.
Yep, Lorpy's out in the enters. I think the only car that could probably still need to finish the lap is Sociopath. There you go, Sociopath, the Tier 2 champion. He's got the whole last qualifying lap of Tier 1 on F124 to himself.
Lovely.
So we'll let you enjoy it, champ. So that is the grid for you, as we'll wait until.
So, it's on the chat. If Calvin gets a pole and wins, I'll buy him 2 pringles. 24 crates of beer.
224 crates of beer. He was so close to pole as well.
Yeah, that was 2 temps in it. Not a lot of all.
He would have had to get the win though. So that is it. We'll see you next season, Carl. We'll see you next season. See how he goes. As the McLaren gets wheeled back into the garage. And that is your qualifying done for this evening. As we have Ujoni on pole position, followed by Calvin joining him on the front row in P2. Then we have Ben P3, Colin P4, Boba P5 and P6, Nick BT P7, Airways P8, Jules P9, Hodgie P10, then G-Star, Chris Bailey, Saviour, Armour Red, J Sarge, Silu, Lorpy, LRL, Sociopath, and Smith. So, championship finale. Who is your money on, Mr. Soze, for this one?
Interesting one. Well, for the race itself, I'm going to put my money on Ben, I think. I don't know what that does with the overall championship. Let me have a quick check. What about yourself while I'm looking and trying to bide for time?
Race, I'm actually going to say Calvin on this one. But this is the bigger question, and this goes to every single person watching at the moment. We all know there's people watching. Who is your pick for the championship? Ujoni or Ben?
Well, yeah, from my guess, if I say Ben wins the race, then that's the championship as well, isn't it? So, what we got, Sophie is too far out of the game. Yeah,
it was his retirement in Jeddah that took him out the championship top fight, unfortunately. But I said on the comms for that race, he can still hold his head high for the season he's had. He's raced his game so well to be a constant thorn in the side of Ujoni and Ben for this season. But lots to play for with this one. Lots to play for as we have a look, see what everybody's looking at. As I'll have a quick look at the race director on this one, but we'll sort this all out. But so Zandvoort, unfortunately, one more year. I think this track is.
Yeah, a little bit disappointed by that, I have to say.
I like it. I like it, especially after coming over to wheel. It was always one of the ones I used to like on the pad anyway, but as soon as it's come over to wheel, I've really enjoyed the track a lot more.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably in the top 5, I reckon.
I can say that, especially with the fans around here. Well, we all know who they are supporting here. The orange smoke gives it away. They support McLaren over here. I'm joking.
Exactly.
I'm joking. Verstappen fans.
I think it'd be a great track to go and watch a race, but I think we would have to automatically wear some sort of orange to make sure, you're part of the crowd and. Yeah, some Red Bull merch. Yeah. But it's no wonder we get such adverse weather here. It's actually right on the coast of Holland. Is Zandvoort. Yeah, I didn't realise that until I saw a big panoramic shot. And just off in the very, very short distance is the street. Yep, this is probably why we get such adverse weather here. But there's been some famous races here, some famous winners here, including, as I say, Mr. Max giving the home crescent to cheer about. Yes, Hodgie, thank you for the reminder. Hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss any of the action as we conclude this season now, and we have a little break afterwards to get ready for the next season. Somebody's just written in the chat, cloudy, rain, cloudy. It's going to be fun. There we go. Doesn't look very wet at the moment, though, does it? To be perfectly honest. It doesn't. It looks quite picturesque, actually. But we know. This one last F1 24 Ferrari where it goes, look at all the sun, and then you get on the grid and everyone's in full wet and it's pouring down. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I know as I say, Zandvoort, even in its previous guys, it still had some good races here. I mean, when I believe it was 75, Hunt won here for the Hesketh team. I think it was one of their first few wins. And there's still one of the famous images I remember from this track is Gilles Villeneuve. He'd gone off at the first corner. His tyre was absolutely delaminated. It was flat. It was coming off the rim. Right. And there's literally an image of him just like going down the back straight, literally with the wheel hanging off because he was trying to get back to the pits and doing a wheelie. Oh, right. All the way down on there as we get. Let's have a quick look at the tyres. Now, Joni has gone for the softs.
Calvin, Ben, mediums. Colin on the softs as well, along with Bobo. And then we got Ant, Nick BT mediums. Airways, Jules, Hodgie on softs. G-Star, Chris Bailey on the mediums. Saviour, Armour on the softs. J Sarge and Sociopath on the mediums, with everyone else on the softs as well, which is kind of an even split here. Actually, especially with, because the delta's not really that far apart for this one, is it? You can do a soft medium here quite nicely.
It can be done. I can't do it, but I know it can be done.
I know as well. It's interesting as well with Colin on the softs too.
Yeah, I wonder how much Johnny's going to be able to make use of that off the start, whether he can try and drive off and...
Yeah, I don't know why my controller disconnected there, sorry about that. But, yeah, Colin being on the softs, as you said, he needs to try and pass Ben, and then just try and mess up his race, because I think Ben knows he's gonna have to have a brilliant start to get, one, not be passed by Colin, and two, to get ahead of possibly Calvin to get after Ujoni. As we hide everything and thank you F1 for once, you actually gave us a good view.
Hasn't changed.
It is. As we go, everyone's lined up, we go to the lights for the final time this season. 3 lights, 4, 5 lights, and the Tier 1 season finale is go. All pretty much line astern at the front, as Calvin, Ben and Calvin literally looking like they're wheel to wheel on there. Colin is dropped a few places, unfortunately he's not able to help out his teammate. Ben has managed to get done what he needed to off the start. He's got into second place and he got Ujoni in his sights.
This just got past Bobo.
Yep, so he's back up to P4. Calvin, I believe, is on the few runners, as I say at the back, because I think Calvin's dropped position. I think Ant's off, isn't he? I saw a puff of smoke at the back, yeah, because he's the one that's down 14. Saviour's had the best start pretty much out of everybody at the moment. Up 5 places to P8. He's on a mission tonight. I know he's not in the championship fight. He's going to be there just going, okay, I'm not going to... You can't forget about me, boys, for the last race of the season. He wants to put on a show. As he's tucked up right on the back of the McLaren of Jules. On Bobo hounding the Red Bull and the Mercedes. And then I think Colin's looking to make a move on Calvin. He's got the place. Straight to turn 1, Tarzan turn 3. Now this is crucial. This is crucial now. Can he get after Ben?
I mean, you think he should be able to, really. I know it's a gap, he's lost the DRS, but
yeah, he needs to
take too long to get that back.
No, I don't think it will. This Bobo is hounding the back of the Mercedes now already. Not giving him a moment's peace. And then Nick BT, Nick BT is having another good showing for himself, as I say, reserving Tier 1. He's up to P6, being followed by Jules and Saviour. I think we've had a quick swap down the back. As we'll drop quickly down to G-Star, having a little fight with Silu. Oh, he's been tagged, he's round.
What's that?
Oh, G-Star. As we go back to the front, it's 2 tenths now.
Yeah, he's going to go past, there we go.
This is what it's going to be pretty much all race now, isn't it?
Yeah, backwards and forwards. I know it's DRS move, but it's still quite surprising to see him in front of Johnny with the tyre difference there.
Yeah, but as I said, I don't think the delta's that much different compared to the softs and mediums here. But is Ben going to look at probably doing the adverse of what Journey's doing? The soft medium.
All over the back of Jules at the moment. Probably gonna...
Let's go down quickly to the Aston and the McLaren. with. I don't know how they seem to keep doing it, but Saviour's got his bestest friend in the whole wide world, the blowhole right behind him again. How do these two keep finding each other on track?
It's got natural selection for them, isn't it? It just sort of kind of happens.
I still don't know if they're even on each other's Christmas cards list still. They just seem to always find each other on track. As we've had swap for the lead number, I've lost count.
Yep.
As Bobo gets the fastest lap.
Oh, that was lucky. So we almost made a move up the inside of Kevin, and that was Jules, I think. But,
Jules has got through to P6.
Closed.
You can do overtakes around the outside here, especially turn 1 and turn 3. It is doable. Just the way the circuit just banks around gives you those other options.
Section, though, I did 2 seasons ago. I did make a nice move around that uphill section into the downhill section up the inside. It was probably one of my best moves.
Managed to get a pass on airways tonight around the outside of turn 3, which wasn't too bad.
Nice.
You've got this.
I had a move done on me into that last turning off the last DI stroke. And as I went to turn in, all of a sudden G-Star was just next to me. It came out of nowhere, I didn't see him at all. And yeah, he got it stuck. And I just had to sort of sit there and let him go past. I was devastated.
As we see, sorry to come over you, Jules got past Nick BT into P5. I think Saviour's got Calvin now as well. So this little group's starting to have a fight, starting to get into each other. We've got, as I say, Airways, Hodgie, is it Silu and J-Sarge, they're all coming into play on this one as well now.
I don't know why as well, Jamie's just sort of, well, I suppose he's trying to play the tyre game maybe, but he's just kind of sitting behind Ben at the moment. He's in range to get something done, but he's just not making the move.
I wonder if he's trying to maybe get Ben into a mistake, but
either that or stretch out the gap.
These two know each other. These two know each other well enough that they'll probably have to wake up very early in the morning to try and fool either of them. Really,
he's doing it this time.
As Bobo gets ahead of Colin into P3. And I wonder if Bobo is gonna try and get involved with that fight.
Going, what is it, 1.2 the gap? You imagine he'll be able to close that down. Tyres can't be gone off yet, like 5 laps in.
But then again, with Ben and Nujoni, if Bobo does catch up and tries to do some overtakes on them, what would you do in their position? Would you let him go, or would you try and fight?
I'm not sure really. I think Ben probably better off just to let him do his thing. Hopefully him and Joni have a little bit of a battle helping Ben out. But I don't think Bobo's catching too much. I think he's dropped 2 tenths so far. He's 1.2.
Yeah, it's still hovering about the 1.4 mark. But as I say, neither Ben or Joni has to win the race. They just have to finish ahead of the other one.
Yeah.
As we go down to this very nice fight between Nick and Saviour, as I think Saviour's trying to line him up into Tarzan turn 1. Textbook up the inside, and he should be through, but I think Nick's going to try and fight back going through turn 3. He's staying in there.
Doesn't like to yield, Nick. He's very clean, but he'll keep his car wherever he can to stay alongside.
Yeah, he's one of these guys who'll give you space, but he'll make you work for it.
Yeah. He tried to, I think there's a bit of squeezing me and him had coming down the start-finish straight a few times where we were DRSing each other. And there's a little bit of a squeeze into the side of the track And then the next time around it'll be like, right, we'll do it back. No contact or anything, all good fun, but yeah, really enjoyable.
Oh yeah. As we say, these guys are the creme de la creme of MRC. So let's see how they do. There's yellow flag. I think Smith's had an incident.
Yeah, it's just coming back on track.
Well, hopefully this won't make us have a visit from a certain someone who I can't name the name.
No, he's moving again. He's got left front wing damage. Looks like he's missing a bit of the wing in the end plate.
Yeah, he's probably going to have to come in and pit and repair the car on that one. So I think this is Smith's second race tonight. I think he was reserving with the Tier 2 boys.
I think he was indeed.
Tonight as well, so we should be well versed and ready for Tier 3 as I think on Wednesday night.
Yeah, he should be able to smash it Wednesday.
Yeah, he's got a full race distance under him.
The closest gap at the moment. Airways is on Bailey. Probably the closest.
It is at the moment, and I think Chris is looking.
Yep.
And he doesn't want to try a bold move because he's gonna have the other Mercedes of Airways right behind him.
I have to say though, Calvin's ERS light's been flashing a fair amount.
I wonder if he's used quite a bit tonight.
Oh.
It's 3 wide. Oh, Chris has got damage.
Has he got? Oh no! It didn't
Yeah.
look like he got away with it. I saw his attack, but oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, there's damage on the Ferrari. Left front end fence is gone. That's unfortunate for him.
He got it stopped.
It's going to make that
Turned.
Ferrari.
Oh,
He's going very wide.
right. Yeah, he's not got any right turn on him at the moment.
Yeah, that's going to be bad for a few laps, but it's going to hinder Chris a little bit more because it's going to make the tyres work a lot harder.
Yeah, and Airways is just gonna swallow him up, I would imagine.
Yeah, but Airways has to be careful because Hodgie's making a move.
Oh,
Up the inside, yes, he's got it stopped. Very nice move there from the Middlesbrough Maestro into P10.
Made that look easy.
He did, and he was saying to me before the race, he's going to say he was worried about his ankle. He's doing overtakes like that. We have a fully fit Hodge, we might have a championship fight next year. As we've got Saviour and Jules going wheel to wheel through the first part of the lap. Steady on, boys. There's 26 laps left of this yet. As I think Smith's getting out the way to be lapped. There's some groups starting to develop now.
Yeah.
Because there's.
I'm on with Nick BT at the moment. Where's the caution? Where have we got a flag? Yeah, Nick BT's putting some pressure on Calvin.
He is, and if there's one person you don't want to be in your rear mirrors, it's Nick BT.
Cloud's got a move done on Sarge.
Yes.
Oh no, wait for it.
We drop that down quickly to it. They're still wheel to wheel.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cloud just did a very, very tight curb cut. Legal, obviously, not all four wheels are off, but making big use of that last curb.
Everybody knows the track limit rules here, and, well, I was going to say, this is Tier 1, so they should know most of the rules, as I say, for the sport.
Yeah. Saviour and Jules as well. I think Jules just had a little wobble around the banks. Turn 3.
Yeah, they're still going at it, these two. I can hear all the expletives being shouted up between both of them.
Oh, what was that? I just saw bits flying around.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fight going back behind here.
There's a big old bunch of them together there.
Chris is
sort of airways.
Chris has lost a lot of momentum.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was him that got hit or anything there. I couldn't quite see, but definitely got no end plate. No, that was
Yeah, he's still missing the one from earlier, and I'm wondering if those tyres are just getting worse.
I think probably both Ferraris are missing the same end plate.
Colin is the first to blink. He's the first one in. We'll go and check if you had any damage, as I say, on the tyres, but I'm just too enamoured in this fight at the tail end of the points at the moment. This is great stuff.
Yeah, it looks so close.
You're going to say, you wouldn't think this is the last race of the season, you still think this is round one.
Everyone wants to finish on a high.
You do, especially with this being the last race of the game cycle as well. I think you mentioned there was something flying around from one of the cars earlier. I think Hodgie's got damage as well on his front wing.
Yeah, he has. Left end plate's definitely missing.
Oh, he's going to have the same problems. I think the Ferrari's round.
Bailey's just yet. I don't know if he got the rear end, his back end spun round really quick, but he was just coming into shot. So I don't really know what happened there.
As I think Hodgie's going to come into the pits. Oh, he's got 3 seconds, so that Hodgie's the first member of 3 Second Club tonight.
I got my 3 seconds tonight on the safety car lap. 2 warnings early on in the race and managed to keep it clean, and then I cut a curb a bit too much under the safety car. Give me 3 seconds. I was like, no.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at how the traffic's filtering out at the moment, because Colin has done his first pit stop now. He's on the mediums. He hopefully should get in towards the end, but he's got that big train of cars ahead of him at the moment. But I'm just wondering if the leaders are having a look at that and just thinking, okay, when do I pit? Because I don't want to get caught up in this traffic.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tricky one.
On there, because there's that big gap between. There's a gap, as I say, behind Colin, but as I say, behind LRL. There's a good gap to probably drop into there, but you don't want to get caught up, especially the big two, because you don't want to get caught up in, as I say, these other battles. As we've got McLaren coming into the pits.
Oh, blimey. Bailey going into the first pits there at a rate of knots.
Oh, did he forget with the brake pedal again, did he?
I think it was a bit of a last minute decision. I'm not sure if he thought Sadie was going to go in, but Armar went in, and it's like he thought, right, I'm going in, and it was the last minute, but he's just about made it past the entrance wall.
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to get into the bits, but Saviour having a quiet race. He's managed to get his way up to 4th now.
Well, he's gone for a set of softs.
Day one goes to the end.
He's thinking of a safety car, isn't he?
Either that, or as I say, if there's going to be the rain later on.
Yeah, there's still that. Ain't nothing yet. Curb's looking alright.
As we have lead change number. I've lost count.
just say a number.
I've lost count now with these two.
15 laps. It's got to be probably, let's say 9.
Yep.
Changes.
As we have Saviour does his pit stop, he goes to the mediums.
Still can't believe that I know he's got the DRS, but Eugeni's stuck with Ben and vice versa. 14 lap old tyres. You've got to imagine, I know the offset you said is not different too much, but those soft tyres, they've got to be absolutely shot to pieces.
I think they might be. I think he broke up a little bit there, but.
Just the tyres, I can't believe Eugeni's still there with Ben. The tyres that are on.
He's right on his tail. But who's going to blink first?
No one this time.
Yeah. Bobo heads to the pit lane himself. Gets a bit of a lock-up.
To see if he managed to get an under. Oh no, he's a fair bit behind already, wasn't he?
Yep, P5 says Lorpe's in. He's got the 3 seconds warning that Hodgie did.
Jules just got 3 as well.
And there's
just track minutes, I think.
Yeah, there's that gap starting to develop now. Because Colin's got the undercut on Bobo. So they should be
starting to fail now as well. I'm looking again at Joni and he's dropped back to half a second.
Yeah, he's going to be sorting on there, but Ben can keep going for a few more extra laps as we stay on with the second Red Bull as he's eyeing up the Alpine, McLaren and the Ferrari. He just tries to look at the inside of Ant, thinks better of it, lives to fight another day. I'm probably going to call it now. I'm going to say Ben and Ujoni probably will stop on the same lap.
Yeah, Ujoni's just going to sit there, isn't he? Surely, and just wait for him to pit and just follow him in.
I think he is going to. As Sociopath gets the passenger. Probably mulch by now, I think.
Yeah.
But again, if they pit on the same lap, that's going to mitigate the advantage possibly Ben might have in the later stint, because if it inverses after the pit stop, Ujoni on the mediums, Ben on the softs, Ben's not going to have as many laps to utilise him as much, is he?
No. Change things up. Coming around that last corner into the start finish though, there's some nasty looking.
No, Joni's gone for it.
Alright, so Ben's gonna just gun it now then, surely.
Ben's got to.
Let's see if he's using his battery or not.
Now this is key for Ujoni. Where is he going to come out with this traffic? He's right out in the middle of it. Sociopath going slow.
I think he's. I think something's happened. He's dropped back a fair amount.
He has. Then Joni's out in 6th behind Ant. Oh, Hodgie's out. He's called it quits in the pits, but I think that's a good. I think we know the reason. Both know the reason behind that. On that one, you gave yourself a good show of yourself tonight. Yeah, and I think Colin and Sarge both catch him at the worst time.
Oh, he's on 17 lap old softs, so I'd imagine
they're not going to be feeling ideal. Yeah, I think Saviour's got ahead of Ujoni now as well, and he's pitted too.
Nice. Stayed out. Carl stayed out on those tyres, unbelievable.
Yeah, now, this is not what Ujoni needs. He needs to be through this traffic and ahead. Now he's just really caught up in the fight. Because Ben's out pretty much on his lonesome at the moment.
He seems to be losing a bit of time to the little bunch in front of him as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but Joni's he's patient enough. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to win a title.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be panicking yet.
I kind of want Ben to win it though, just to have a new name on the championship sheet. Journey's had his fill. I think he's been up there plenty of times.
Yeah, and another person in that top top 6 has as well. I know there's championships with Saviour. There's championships with J Sarge as well.
Right, he's going
So
yeah, okay.
So in that first 6, I think first 6 or 7, I think there's about probably over 10 titles between them.
Not too shabby, is it? 1,000 fastest lap. Right, there we go. So
Joni's got the traction, but I don't. Oh, it's going to be brave if he makes it there. Round the outside, Ant gives him space. Brilliant driving.
Nice. That's
what he needed. That. It is Joni, but now he's got to get after Saviour.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to take.
Oh, Saviour spun! He's off spun, but he saved it. P4.
I was on board with Joni and I didn't see him spin. I just saw him go past on the inside.
Ben still stays out.
He's going to go for a soft run right at the end, I think.
I think he's gonna. Unless he knows something we don't, and the rain's still probably going to come later on.
There's less blue patches in the sky than there was.
Joni's up to P3. Bobo around the outside of Sarge as well for P4. I think Ant's becoming a little bit of the cork in the bottle here with his used tyres, because he's just got passed by Jules, and I think Saviour's going to try and get him as well.
Around the outside.
That is brave, Saviour. That is very brave. It's normally a one-line complex through there.
Done.
Now, is Colin going to play the team game? He's coming in. Ben's in.
Outside. Let's just see where he comes out now. Definitely getting greyer though.
It is. I'm just having a look at the clouds now as we pull into the Haas garage. He goes onto those softs. Luckily though, the Haas garage is right at the end of the pit lane, so I think he's going to manage to get up there. And there's there's the position switch between the Red Bulls. Ben's kept the lead.
Yeah, he's come out in front of Joni. That was nice.
Joni's got those tyres fired up though. Ben still needs another lap probably to get them back into the working window. But they've done their pit stops now. They can see each other on track. This is going to be a final 14 laps to be happy for. Grab your popcorn, folks. This is going to be a belter.
Whether Joni actually makes a move beforehand or plays the patient game. So he sat behind him on the opposite tyre strategy quite comfortably.
Yeah, Colin's gone a little bit wide trying to fend off Bobo. As
the closest one, Bobo going to get it done on Colin. Yep.
Think he has. Joni's got that fastest lap. It's a straight fight now. But I believe as well, with where the Red Bulls are, I think this would wrap up the constructors for them as well.
Yeah. They've changed Red Bull to win the constructors.
Where have you heard that before?
Yeah. It's spreading out a little bit at the moment, really.
Yeah, there's only 2 points. There's only 2 points between Red Bull and Haas in the standings, but Red Bull have 2 cars up there compared to Haas's 1.
Yeah. Quite surprised to see G-Star that far back though, to be honest. He's normally fairly competitive.
Yes, as Ben responds. Bobo's gap Colin a bit more now. Swap that back to the actual intervals. So we know who's in on DRS, but we'll have a quick glance at tyres. Colin, as I say, the oldest person on there with 12, and still been going since his first stop with 23. So has Sarge.
He's not pitted yet. Ant's, you know, really lean with his tyres though. He seems to be able to drag them out. God knows how long.
I wonder if these two are waiting for some possible rain.
It's just grey everywhere. There's not even, I can't even see any blue anywhere now around the whole track.
Smith's parked in the pits. He's retired. Safety car.
Ooh,
safety car's been called out. I don't know. The only person I can see.
Everyone's on track moving.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Confused.
Oh, Bert probably got a bit bored in the pit lane and just
fancy the drive. Yeah, so I'd say Bobo's pitting, Colin, got everyone on the mediums is now pitting. Did I just...
Joni hasn't.
Hold on a minute. I'm not sure.
Don't tell me.
I don't think so, I might be wrong. But Sarge just put on inters. And I thought when we went into the pits just then, I could have sworn I saw a few little droplets on the screen.
He has gone in on inters.
But I can't, just a couple of them would have gone to inters, so that they've got to be expecting it to come.
I think I just saw a glance.
You got some?
Yeah, I think we have got it.
Well, that could be inspired then. Perfectly timed.
Yeah, I think it has just started raining.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a few droplets myself now. More towards the last sector, I think, at the moment. But it's definitely coming down.
This changes everything.
Oh, right. So what are the top two going to do now?
Yeah. I think I was reading my messages from Hodgie and he says there's probably going to be some rain towards the end of the race.
Yeah.
This is okay, so we've got the safety car and now we've got this coming through. This is going to spice up the last 10 laps.
Yeah. You've got to imagine Ben's. I mean, if this is anything like qualifying, where the rain was coming, but the DRS was active still, then.
Ujoni's gone. Ujoni's pitted. Ben stayed out.
Yeah. What's Ujoni putting on though? Has he gone for inters?
I think he has. Yeah, he's gone to the intermediate tyres.
Wow. Definitely going to get spicy now.
Yeah,
they made the right move or not?
Don't know, because it's going to be. Is it raining enough for the intermediates? That's the key question.
Yeah.
But
I'm not sure. Well, we've probably got well over half the grid on them now.
Yeah, we have. But Joni's given up the track position to Ben. Now, so this is. Who's made the right call?
Ben's behind the safety car, obviously, but that was me right now. I'd be probably trying to overdrive a bit, see what sort of grip I've got on this. So he just seems to be taking it very, very easy. He seems to be trying to test the limits.
Just having a quick look at the chat. Yeah, unfortunately, Hodgie, as you say, not the way to win any race, but you'll be back, as I say, for next season. I believe Kid Dynamite's in the chat as well. I'm saying, just tuning in, what's the story of the race? It doesn't look heavy enough. I agree.
Yeah. Ben did just do a bit of a weave and it looked like he maybe had a bit of a moment, but can't quite be sure.
This is going to... Who's the top intermediate runner at the moment? Need to have a look at Sarge and Nick. Right, we need to have a look at those two and see what happens with them.
Sarge is giving it a few revs as well.
So, last 10 laps of the season, ladies and gentlemen. Edge your bets.
It's gone.
As we get back up to racing, Ben has got the restart going, but he's not dropped Bobo at all.
No. I'm going to sit on board with Sarge for this.
Colin's gone with him as well.
Where the gap lies.
Oh, there's a car off. I think it's Airways.
Airways is gone. Yeah.
Mercedes. I wonder if that's.
He's on the softs.
Yeah, I wonder if that's because of the tyre difference.
No, this legal on right hander caught everyone out in the rain last time.
Yeah, and I'm wondering now if this is. I wonder if these dry runners are looking and thinking, we think we probably should have switched.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a field, everybody's looking so bunched up now. Bobo's right on Ben's gearbox.
There you go. Sarge has just literally driven straight up the inside of Ant there with.
Yeah, he's passed both Alpines.
Yeah,
it's got to be time. Even Nick.
What's Ben gonna do now? Is he gonna brave it out or what? Even
Nick's just got straight past Ant as well. You can see the difference. I mean, Colin looks like he's struggling as well now.
Yeah, are they staying out though?
No, Ben's in. Bobo stays out.
There was a dummy move there, was there?
The DRS has been enabled again.
My wife just brought me down which version is it? The Ferrari Speed Champion Lego model that she's just finished.
Nice.
Nice.
As we go, speaking of Ferraris, we're going 3 wide up towards, as I say, this end of the first sector with Sarge now in P2. Colin P3, P4. Yeah, these dry runners, they've got to switch.
Mind you, he's already up in 6th place. This is definitely not over.
Yeah, he's siding his way back through at the moment. Ben down in 17th at the moment. So has that decision cost Ben?
Yeah, he might well have just thrown that championship away there.
As Nick BT passes the one Red Bull and he gets passed by the other as Johnny goes straight into 3rd place. I mean, even Sarge he's trying to pass him on the banking.
Yeah, I was going to say he's there, easy.
Oh, Nick BT 10 seconds.
Bobo's pitted, giving up. Inches probably.
Yeah, Colin's still braving out on his slicks though. But we haven't had the message for the disabling of the DRS yet.
No, I think it's still active.
It is, but I think it's got to be. Oh, speak of the devil. If that's not an indication that it's wet enough, I don't know what is. And there's Ujoni's chasing back up the Ferrari. I don't think Ben is making up enough time. There's complete gaggle of cars all here. What are you watching, sorry?
Sorry, no, I was just cutting back to you, Jamie. He's going to get done on him, really.
Yes. Chris is trying to rally drift his way around after these corners at the moment. He's another car still on the dry tyres.
Excuse me. It's definitely raining a lot heavier now.
Yeah.
I'm amazed if oh, okay, so sorry, Jules has just got past
Boss Colin into P6.
I think these, the couple that are left on slicks now, they're literally on ice now.
Yeah, they're going to be
left.
Unless it switches before the end, which it could do, but I don't think it's going to dry out enough as...
No. Oh, Ant's getting murdered.
Ant's getting
on the straight.
Yeah, he's getting well stuck in with.
Oh.
Collins gone wide. I think he's losing spots too.
Yeah, sorry. Ant's all over the shop now. He's got no grip whatsoever.
Oh, Collins
he's
even
just getting eaten alive.
Calvin's just getting swamped as well. Look at him.
Oh no.
There's 4 wide.
Oh my god.
There's about 4 or 5 cars here.
Yeah, you're on the same as me.
Calvin.
Oh dear.
Colin
got to come in.
Colin and Ant they've got a pit.
Yeah, it's a must. There's nothing on track to. They're not gonna finish if they don't pit.
Yes, Ben is up to P11.
Go in! Oh my god!
Colin's
stayed
in.
Out. I can't believe Ant stayed out.
Yes. Ben is closing in on his teammate now, and I'm wondering if they'll do the multi-21 and swap over. Yeah. It's possibly too little too late now.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
It is. Yep, they've done the switch.
Jenny's got another go at Sarge, I think.
Yeah, Nick BT's having a good little ding dong as well. This one was Saviour. He's
Saviour. Yeah, all 4 of them.
Yellow flag.
Got a yellow.
2 yellows.
Not see anything.
No, it was up around the top of the circuit. On that one. But this gaggle of 4 cars, you can throw a blanket over them all.
Yeah. I was going to say there's a lot of flashing lights, but it's not recharge, is it? That's
the rain lights, yeah.
Top 4 all less than a second to them at the moment.
Turn the intervals off so we can have a nice little look at everyone, because I don't think we need the intervals for the first 4. Do we? Let's have a quick glance at the penalties quickly. Nick's still with his 10 seconds, so he's going to drop out. Might drop out, as I say, the podium spots, as Eugeni does go for the lead now. Nick into P2.
Oh, something's happened. Saviour's dropped 2.
Yes, Sarge has dropped 2 spots, 3 spots now. With Saviour going up the inside for P3. Which will be P2 on the road with Nick's penalty.
Lovely aerial shot of Saviour and Sarge going around that last sector then. Trying to see if there's any damage. Saviour's looks alright.
Two of our tier 2 comrades in P7 and P8. They're having a very good showing for themselves. Silu and Armar.
Oh.
A little bit wide there from the kicks, Albert.
Yeah.
Ben, all boys pretty much by his lonesome in P9. I'm just wondering if Sarge is. I think he's been on those tyres for the longest. Joint longest with Nick BT, yeah. And I'm amazed there's still actual cars still out on dry tyres.
Yeah,
and it's finally pitted
I don't
after.
think they are anymore. I think they've just pitted now.
Yeah, the last 3 they've all.
Well.
Yeah, they've all just dropped now onto their intermediate tyres for the last stint of the race. The race in the season. Look, Calvin's going to have some interesting company in the last few laps. He's going to have that McLaren all over him.
Ooh. Oh, it's just had a little moment coming into the last corner.
As everybody just seems to be settling down now.
Yeah.
The last couple of laps.
G-Star, the 2 the closest we've got on the go, and Bobo's sitting in the background waiting for them both.
Yeah, as Jules gets ahead of Calvin into P5. He could be quite happy with himself. Both still have the penalties actually.
Yeah.
So if they 3 seconds each, and they're what? Less than 3 seconds ahead of Armor.
Yeah.
Armor could have a good. Actually,
Be alright there, couldn't he?
thinking about it, Armor could get 3 spots by the end of this race. He could be in P4. Because I think he's still within. He's still within 10 seconds of Nick BT. As
Silu around LRL.
Silu gets up the inside of Armor into P8, into P7.
Bobo is on a bit of a charge, but obviously it's a bit too much to ask with 2 laps to go. But
yeah,
definitely making moves.
He's jumping all, he's crawling all over the back of the house, the G-Star. As we start the penultimate lap of the race. Journey.
Grace now to try and get in the points, I suppose.
Yeah, well, the points are down to the 15th now, so I think he's in the he's in the point, so it should be okay.
I think he's got G-Star this time.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of damage. There is damage to the Haas as well. And G-Star is missing an end fence, so that's probably not helping him in this wet conditions.
To get anything done on Nick before
The flag.
Definitely close enough. It's just whether or not he can get anything done on the wet circuit, I suppose. How much he's got left.
You don't really want to go offline really anywhere, do you?
Not really. No. So I couldn't quite get there. I think both of them had a bit of a blast in the old battery there.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick glance through the chat. Ozzy says pit lane gives a stupid penalty, had 0 warnings and pitted gate immediate 3 seconds. Expect to see the stewards busy tonight and tomorrow because of it. And yes, Hodgie, I can agree. What a season this has been by the top guys. There's been some amazing racing all season for it. And Kid Dynamite says as well, field for Ben very unlucky. I think Eugene only had the advantage of a multiple championship, so could afford a risk, which has paid off. Still been a very good call from the Italian man in the not Italian in the Austrian car. As he comes through to finish the second sector.
I think Saviour's now giving it everything. The last 2 corners just to try and get that place.
Saviour's sideways then.
Yeah, I was going to say Nick was a little bit snaky there, trying to obviously fend him off.
On there, but we're going to go on board with tonight's winner and champion as he weaves to celebrate as Ujoni wins the race, takes the title as well with its Saviour gets P2. Nick Sargent P3. Say 10 seconds. Ben P4.
What? Cloud's got 10 seconds as well. I didn't pick up on this.
Nick P5, Jules P6, Armor P7, Calvin P8, Silu P9. Bobo rounds out the season in top 10 with G-Star, Lorpe and LRL literally separated by nothing over the line. Colin comes around, he's going to finish up the race now, P14 as well, to get to round as I say the 14th place with the points. And Airways, he finishes 15th as well to take the final point as well with Ant going to finish up with Chris Bailey, then Sociopath. Finishes up the last of the finishers. Is Chris, and here is Sociopath. Wow, what an ending!
Yeah.
What an ending!
I wasn't expecting that, I have to say. I thought Ben would have that. That's a real shame. Obviously, congrats to you, Joni, again.
Yes, congratulations to you, Joni. Now,
is he at double figures yet, or what?
I don't think so yet.
Not yet, no.
We'll give him some time, as the game does its normal thing with me. Unfortunately, trying to get through the.
I've got at least a podium at the moment.
Yeah, here we go. We have Ujoni, the Tier 1 champion for Season 16, celebrating his win. Goes to a new team. And just says, okay, I can still do this. As we have the final champagne for the season. Congratulations to everybody for Tier 1. You put on a hell of a show for the season, all of you.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
It's been superb.
There's just 2 more to go this season then, Wednesday. Tier 3 X-treme.
Yep.
It's goodbye for F124.
Will we miss you? Probably not.
I'm not going to lose any sleep.
No, I don't think I'm going to either. But unfortunately, I've just missed the final standings for the race. But as my fabulous colleague has mentioned, that's not the end of your racing action for this week, because Tier 3, as we said, at 7 o'clock on Wednesday, followed by the X-treme Championship, who I still think are completely mad. Anyway, to round off on the Wednesday night at 8:45. Mr. Soze, it's been an absolute pleasure this season to have you in the comms box and as a teammate. Yes. I cannot thank you any more, so thank you again.
Indeed, it's been a good one. We might meet up again as teammates in the future, so hopefully we'll have a better time next time.
I hope so, but this has been MRC Tier 1. That has been Keys and Soze. My name's been Monster. We will see you on 7 o'clock on Wednesday night for the Tier 3 boys. Take care, everybody. Have a good rest of your week.